Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Colton Hooper. I'm here tonight commentating with Jordan Graves, and we are here first round of the playoffs as we get ready to face Dollarway. We are here at Phillips Field and Lions Stadium as we are about to do this coin toss, and right now we're super pumped up. We're ready to get this game underway. This has been an awesome season for the Jesseville Lions so far. Right now we're 8-2. We're facing Dollarway right out of Pine Bluff. They are at 5-5 right now on the season, so this should be a great game. This is first round of the playoffs, so obviously winner moves on and loser goes home. So right now this is the first home playoff game that Jesseville has had an opportunity to host since 2006, and that was the year that we were able to win them all and go undefeated and take a state championship that year. So definitely an awesome season. Happy to be here tonight. Jordan, this is going to be a great game. We're happy to be at home. This is a big home game. I'm super pumped up being a Jesseville Lion. I'm ready to see this game go on. I'm ready to see us pull off a win and keep moving on.
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Hopefully they come out tonight with the same momentum they've had in the past and get that win.
Yeah, we'll kind of touch base a little bit on the coaching staff here. We'll start off with Dollarway. Right now their head coach is Martise Henry. The defensive coordinator for Dollarway is going to be Seth Wilson, along with Antone Walker. The defensive line coach is Codis Gertie. Receivers coach is Jaron Jefferson. They've got a large coaching staff here, guys. Receivers coach, Jaron Jefferson. Running back and linebackers coach Nicholas Woodfork, along with Willie Finch, Greg McGrow, Terry Lee, and Damon Daddy. So this is a big coaching staff for the Eagles. Now Jesseville, they have got the head coach here who was the quarterback for that undefeated 06 team, TJ Burke. He's the head coach here tonight, along with Tony Freeman. Ryan O'Neill, he's the secondary coach and kind of helped out. He's also been a Jesseville Lions in the past, and we've also got Ron Young. So right now, these guys are ready to go. If you're Coach Burke, you're in an awesome position that you're happy to be in. So you want to keep this train going. You want to keep the momentum flowing and come away with another Jesseville win right now, as we've been pretty dominant in our conference and pretty dominant this season. So as a coin flip is over with, Jesseville is ready to take the field. Jesseville is ready to come out and hopefully hit somebody in the mouth and get this game going. So Jesseville is going to be led out on offense tonight by Carson Hare. He has been a huge impact for this Jesseville offense this season, as he has thrown for multiple touchdowns, and he's been able to use his legs for well over 10 touchdowns this year, and he's been able to make it happen. So be sure to kind of keep an eye on him and watch what he does. Dollarway, they've got a few guys that have got some size on them. Number 79, Malcolm Parker, he is 300 plus, so that's a guy that has got a lot of weight and is a lot of body to block. So watch out for him as far as the Dollarway side of the football goes. So Jesseville is going to do what they can, and here they come as the Jesseville Lions take the field here tonight, and they are ready to come out and get it done. And they look fired up, and this is a good-looking team, as we have got the junior high team has moved up already, and they're joining the senior high team, and they're ready to go. And here comes Dollarway. So this is a playoff game, guys. We mentioned, this is a big game. You know that they're ready to go. You know that both teams are ready to go, and they're about as pumped up to be here as we are. So we're going to try and make it happen. So Jesseville, we've got the fireworks going tonight. So it's a good feel here at Phillips Field. So we're ready to get this game rolling. We're ready to get this game going. Got a few injuries. We've got Charlie Davis is one of the wide receivers for Jesseville. He's a junior out on this Jesseville football team, and he was a big impact early in the season, as he had multiple receptions, couple big time receptions that really made differences in some ball games, and he is out right now with a hand injury. So that kind of unfortunately ended his season, and right now that's definitely something. But the wide receivers like Landon Daly and some of these other guys, these younger guys, have stepped up and made it happen. So right now we've got Landon Daly, like I just mentioned. He's back deep to return, along with the number 5, a B.J. Holloway, as Dollarway is getting ready to kick this ball off and start this round 1 playoff game. So Jordan, hopefully, I'd like to see. We saw it the last time that Jesseville played here at home. Landon Daly took 2 or 3 kicker turns back for touchdowns late in that ball game. So maybe you could see him catch this one and take it down the sidelines. It looks like they're going to kick it to him here, as he's going to take it out right at about that 20-yard line. Makes one guy miss, makes 2 guys miss, and slips. He had a little bit of a hole, but, you know, he slipped right there. This is a little bit of a wet game. We've had a lot of rain here in the past couple days, here in the past couple, or last week, I'd say. So this field's still a little wet. It's got a lot of moisture on it, so that's one thing that we may have to watch out for, is maybe some of these guys losing some of their footing here early.
Yeah, he had another 20 yards he could have gained if he would have kept his footing right there.
Yeah, that was a good job. He kind of caught that ball, caught it off the bounce right there at the 20-yard line on that Jesseville sidelines, and made a guy or 2 miss, and had a little bit of a hole, but just unable to keep his footing there. So Jesseville's going to start this game out on offense with the ball about on that 27-yard line after that kick return. And Carson Hare is taking this ball in the backfield alongside him is going to be B.J. Holloway. He's going to take the snap, hands it off, and excuse me, that's number 3, Matthew Huff on the carry, and he's going to be met right at that line of scrimmage. He may have got a yard on that play. So right there, tough defense, tough little stand right there as we try to, you know, take a little shot at that defensive line of Dollarway and see what they can kind of do. And right there they hold strong. So coming up with second down, let's see what they can do. Hare waits the snap, looks to the sideline. Burke showing a few signals here as Hare goes back to the line and waits the snap. They're going to give it to him as he looks to throw right here. Gets it across the middle and just kind of fumbled there. His intended receiver was number 3, and Matthew Huff again right there. And it hit him in the hands, but just a short little underneath pass there, and he wasn't able to bring that one in. So right now, early third down. I like the option right there, or I like the choice of going with a pass by Coach Burke. You know, you got a quarterback that's able to do something with his arm too this season, and you know, if I'm Coach Burke, I'm going to try and mix it up. I'm going to run it. I'm going to hand it off to Holloway. I'm going to hand it off to Huff. I'm going to let my quarterback use his legs, and I'm going to throw it. I'm going to keep this defense on their toes. And right here, you see him kind of rolling out, looks to throw, goes down the sidelines, in and out of the hands of Benson, and that's going to be a 3 and out there for Jesseville. Carson Hare, he took the snap and kind of rolled out a little bit to his left there toward the Dollarway sidelines, and he looked to throw, got the ball out. He had Joey Benson there, one of the seniors for Jesseville right there on that sidelines, but he was unable to bring that ball in as it fell to the ground incomplete. So that's going to set up 4th down, 4th and 11 for Jesseville as they come on to punt here. Dollarway's got 2 returners. Good punt. It's going to be caught at the 40. He's going to bring it out, but they're going to call it dead. That was the number 5 of Terrence Brown for Dollarway on the return there. So Dollarway is going to take over at about the 42, 41-yard line here as the number 12 of Rod Collar is going to come out and lead this Dollarway offense, this Eagle offense, and try to put some points on this board. So 3 men in the backfield, quarterback under center here. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to try and get to the sidelines. Slips, but stays on his feet there, and he's finally brought down after a gain of about 5. That was number 5 of Terrence Brown on the carry there, as he was able to kind of take that handoff to the outside, bounce it out, and, you know, he's got some speed, and you saw him trying to extend that play, and he got to the sidelines and slipped right there, and once he slipped, he couldn't really get back on his footing before he was met by about 3 or 4 Jesseville defensive players. So right now, Jordan, if I'm Jesseville defense, I'm trying to be aware right now this isn't a team that we're used to playing or that we've really ever played, so you don't know what they're going to come out and do. So you don't really see too many people back, so you may want to kind of watch the pass, but they're full steam ahead right now, handing that ball off to that running back, and they're trying to hit that hole with as much speed and power as they can.
I think one thing that surprises Jesseville here, too, is they got that triple option going, so it's something new. And they've also got a big offensive line to block those guys up front and give them some room to run.
Yeah, they have definitely got the size advantage here tonight. As you look at that offensive front right there, every single one of them looks like size-wise is outmatching that Jesseville defensive line. But right now we've got them in a 3rd and 2 situation, so hopefully we can hold them here. They're going to hand it off once again up the middle. He's going to cross that first down mark, still on his feet, makes a guy miss. Landon Daly's there, tries to force him to the sidelines, and great open field tackle there by Landon Daly to save a touchdown. But a huge gain by Dollarway right there as they handed it off right up the gut, and they couldn't get a hand on him or bring him down, and he was able to bust that one for 15 or 20. So that's going to move the chains and set them up for a big first down just outside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to be right at about the 15. So right now, Jesseville's got to be strong here. Still showing that little triple option look. They're going to hand it off once again. Still on his feet. He's going to come down after a gain of about 3 or 4. And they're running this ball hard. I mean, they've got those guys that are down, that are in the backfield. As soon as they fire off, they're taking that handoff with full steam ahead.
Yeah, one thing they're doing, too, is they're following their blockers that are ahead of them. Just like on that 3rd down play, he needed 2 yards, and he had 2 blockers in front. Well, he ended up getting 15.
Yeah, they're not hitting the hole dancing around or anything like that. You know, they're hitting it with full power. So Jesseville's going to have to meet them. As they're going to hand it off one more time, and him barreling forward and across the goal line. Touchdown, Dollarway. And that right there is just a tough run. I mean, that's just something you're going to have to stop if you're Jesseville, because right now they ran that ball 60-plus yards right down your throat. So, and they've got some big guys running that football. So if you're this Jesseville defense, you got to get your hands off your hip right now and come up and meet these guys as a line of scrimmage. So as Dollarway comes on for a 2-point conversion here, number 11 of Brevion Sample is taking the snap. He's going to hand it off, and he's met in the backfield but can't bring him down, and he is going to cross the goal line. And they had a look right there. That defensive end for Jesseville had a little bit of a chance of him, but they had him blocked, and he got the edge and was able to cross the goal line and get in the end zone for 2. So Dollarway is going to take an early lead here, 8-0 on top of Jesseville. 8:22 left to play in this opening quarter. So Jesseville's going to have to do something here on offense. They're going to have to answer back. I'd like to see Carson try to throw this ball a little bit more and, you know, maybe try to spread this Dollarway defense out. That may be what we need to do, possibly to open up this running game.
Looks like one of the key things to this game tonight already is going to be getting first downs.
Yeah, and you know our defense is going to have to be tough, because if we're gonna let Dollarway score like that, we're gonna have to answer back. We're gonna have to put points on the board also. So right now we got to come back and do something here on offense. So they're gonna kick it short here. Quinones, I believe, returns that one. He's just going to – or no, that's Huff. Excuse me. He's going to just fall on this ball right at about the 44-yard line. So good job by him just falling on it, and that's going to put us in good starting position, good field position. So right now, Carson Hare, he's got to come out here with a little bit of calm and composure and lead this Jesseville offensive team right now and try to pick up some first downs and move this ball down the field. So as he comes on, Huff is alongside in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers on the play, Daly and Holloway. He's got Benson in motion. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Huff. Huff trying to catch that outside. He's got a little bit of a hole, cuts back up, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 5. But a good carry there by Matthew Huff as they had the block on the outside. He did a good job of kind of stopping there and cutting back upfield as they were trying to force him to the sideline. So good second effort there by Matthew Huff, as that's going to set us up with 2nd and 5. So the clock is rolling, 7:56 left to play in the first. Same formation, but 2 receivers at the bottom. Again to Matthew Huff. He's going to carry it for about 3 or 4 more as he's going to kind of get met at the line of scrimmage, but does a good job of keeping his feet moving and spinning forward for a gain of about 2 or 3 more. So that's going to put us in a 3rd and 2 situation. So tough running right there by Matthew Huff on both of those carries. Right now, I wouldn't be surprised if Carson Hare tried to do something with his legs. Honestly, maybe kind of did a little read option and kept it himself and picked up this first down. But I think we're going to call a timeout. Jesseville's going to call a timeout there as Coach Burke didn't like what he saw. Well, might have been a little miscommunication there between him and Hare. So Coach Burke's going to call the first timeout of this football game, and that means Jesseville's going to have 2 more. That's going to stop us dead right now with 7 minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter. Jesseville facing a 3rd and 2 right now as Dollarway is on top here at home at Phillips Field 8-0 as they were able to take the ball 60 yards, running every single one of those 60 yards, and they just marched it down the field and put it in after we went 3 and out. So right now is our first attempt back on offense since the score. So Jesseville trying to pick up this first down and do something and maybe answer back here.
Yeah, if you're going to take a timeout right now is the time you want to do it. Being down 8, you definitely want to come back and score, get back on the board, and it's a whole brand new ball game.
Yeah, I agree. If you're Coach Burke and this is a big 3rd down right here, so if you're about to go for it and try to march this ball down the field and you see something you don't like, then call the timeout. It's not worth losing another series and possibly going down 2 possessions. Call the timeout, go back to the huddle, and kind of refigure it out and come up with something a little bit better. So I'd like to see what they're going to do here. Two receivers at the bottom again, Daly and Holloway. Benson in motion. Little roll out. Look, Hare's under pressure. He's going to fall forward, and that's going to be, it looks like he's short there. So he tried to roll out to his right there, and he had a guy under pressure, and he just had to keep it himself. And he tried to throw the ball there, but like I said, he was under pressure and had to keep it himself, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 2. He got back to the line of scrimmage, they say, but big 4th down here. He's going to throw it. He's under pressure. He's going to roll out. Going to get hit, and that's not going to do it, and that's going to be a turnover there. He looked to throw, had some receivers trying to go short. He looked like he wanted to go to Benson there, but he was covered up. And so he was under pressure and rolled out, and they just stopped that one. So big 4th down stop there by Dollarway. So Jesseville kind of, they got some hands on their hips right now. They need to come out here and do something on defense. They know that, they ran the ball every single play. I would anticipate run, so I would try to meet these guys at the line of scrimmage. I try to meet them hard. Snap, handoff once again up the middle. They're going to hit him, force him to bounce out, and their good job by Jesseville is he wanted to go up the middle, kind of met somebody there in the middle and forced him to bounce out, and Jesseville was there and kind of brought him down by the legs. Only a gain of 1 there, 2nd and 9. That's what you got to do, guys. You know that they're going to try to come at you full steam ahead. You got to come right at them. This is playoffs. This is first round of playoffs. You can't be scared. You got to hit somebody. So that's what they've got to do tonight. So 2nd down, probably the best defensive effort there by Jesseville so far of the ball game. Running backs on the play, you've got the 44 of Avery Plummer and then 5 of Terrence Brown on the play. They're going to hand it off to Brown. Brown's going to meet the line of scrimmage and fall forward for a gain of about 4 or 5.
Yeah, none of those guys in the backfield are small either. And once they hit that hole, they hit it hard.
Yeah, I mean, and these guys, that offensive line is really pushing. You know, this is a physical football team, and they're going to do what they've got to do to push this ball forward. So Jesseville is going to have to play tough. It's different in the playoffs. So 3rd and 3, this is a big 3rd down. I would anticipate run. I would send every single person in that gap right there. You got one receiver, though, or excuse me, 2 receivers on the play. They're going to try and roll it out. They meet him right there at that 1st down. Good job by Jesseville. They met him at that 1st down mark as he tried to bounce it outside. Jesseville kind of met him there and got the second effort and pushed him back. So they're going to place it here. They're going to say that it was enough to move the chains, and they don't even think about it. So they're going to set them up with the 1st down. Now, I thought they had them short there. I thought they were at least going to give them 4th and short. But 1st down, Dollarway, 4:20 left to play in the 1st.
Looks like the secondary of Jesseville is playing back off the receiver, but we haven't seen a pass from Dollarway yet.
Yeah, and, you know, there's nobody back at safety right now. Another handoff up the middle. Good job there by this Jesseville defensive line, really holding these guys, trying to get their arms around that waist and keep them from dragging forward. Looks like one of these guys is kind of limping off here. That looks like to be the 61 there of Aaron Murders, limping off with he's under the assistance right there. It looks like by Daly as he's kind of limping off with a foot injury. So they're going to have to put somebody in for him as they face 2nd and 6. Sample takes the snap. He's going to hand it off once again, and a great job by Jesseville. Still haven't brought him down, and still on his feet dragging, guys. I'm not sure where they're going to spot that ball at, but they originally had him stop, and this white hat, this official, is finally going to show the ball short. They're going to say, you know, forward progress, and they're going to stop him.
I think they're going to mark him down where it looked like his knee may have hit.
Yeah, and they, you know, one of those defensive guys for Jesseville did a great job of coming in there and meeting him and really stopped him right there short of that 1st down, and then he was able to kind of spin out of it and drag a few guys past that 1st down mark. But there's a penalty marker, I believe, because they're backing this ball up here, and I think that's a holding call. Woo, they're backing this football up. That's a good sight for Jesseville.
That's something you got to take advantage of right here.
That's awesome. That's very good to see right there. That's a penalty that worked in our favor. It must have been a holding call somewhere. So right there, that's going to set them up with 2nd and long. Should be 3rd down, I believe. But either or, they got 13 yards until the 1st down marker. So Jesseville right now, you got to do something, try to hold them. As that clock is winding down, 1st quarter's almost over. They're going to hand it off one more time up the middle. Great job by this Jesseville defensive line. That was number 72 of Joshua Witt, just meeting him at the line of scrimmage and bringing him down. And that's a good statement right there. Is that running back slow to get up? And that's what you want to do. You want to make them say, hey, hand it off to somebody else a couple plays. Let me kind of breathe a little bit.
You want to show them that you can stop them, and right here, you know, that's giving self-confidence to Jesseville's players, you know.
That's exactly right. You're at home. I mean, you earned this home playoff game. You don't want to come here and get shoved around and get beat right out the gate. So Jesseville right now is doing a good job holding this team or out of the end zone at least. 3rd and 10, big 3rd down. They're going to look for a little option play. He looked like he was going to throw it, and he slips. But he's going to slip right there at about that original line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. There possibly looked like a block in the back somewhere there, but yeah, you're calling for it over here, Jordan. You saw something, but I don't know. But that's a good defensive drive right there, good defensive stop right there by Jesseville is the number 11 of Sample. He looked like he wanted to throw for just a second, then used his legs, tried to roll it out, slipped on this wet grass, and now they're
I think
faced
they may
with,
be going for it.
yeah, they're faced with 4th and 9.
With the field position they're in, you know, you may see them go for it right here, and they may be passing.
Yeah, if teams usually are going to go for 2-point conversions every time, they're probably going to go for it on 4th down most of the time.
And it looks like they're going to call a timeout now and decide what they want to do.
Yeah, hopefully they punt this football and give Jesseville a shot here. So as Dollarway is going to call their first timeout. Both teams now have 2 left. They're going to go and kind of talk it over here on 4th down and see what they want to do. So right now, if you're Jesseville, you want to hold tough. I would anticipate the run. They haven't thrown it yet so far this ball game. I'd want to, be strong. You got to be tough. Try to meet these guys and make a statement here on defense and early in this first half of this football game and keep them from picking up a first. So minute 18 left to play in the opening quarter. Dollarway is currently on top, 8-0. As Jesseville comes out now on defense, 4th and 9 for Dollarway, as Jesseville is going to try and really make a statement and hold them tough here.
Might see a little bit of play action right here.
Yeah, Sample, he's talking to those, guys in the backfield, those running backs in the backfield. So I'd be heads up right here for Jesseville because you don't know what these guys are going to try and do. They're going to toss it out to the side, trying to catch that edge, and they're going to push him to the sidelines, but I don't know if he got to the stick. I don't know if he got there. They ran it to the complete opposite side. Dollarway's wanting to move the chains, but, man, I don't know if he got there. But they're going to move him. That's going to be a first down, and that was a good job. Dollarway tossed it out to the wide side of the field and went to the hash, went to the sidelines, able to get a few blocks, and that's enough to pick up that first down. So clock is rolling, just a minute left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Dollarway, and they take over, or they're set up right now, ball on the 25-yard line. Same formation they've shown all game, but they're really taking their time here. As Sample's going to hand it off. And a great job once again. That's number 72 of Joshua Witt meeting them at the line of scrimmage and bringing those guys down. Great job there. And that's one of the young guys, I do believe, for this Jesseville defensive unit. So 2nd and 9. This has been a tough drive here for Dollarway. They've had the ball for several minutes now, and this has been tough running for these running backs, as Jesseville has been a lot stronger on this drive right now than they were on their first defensive possession. As this is the first pass of the game, but he's going to catch it on his knees, and they're going to call him down right at the end of the first. And that's going to do it here as the clock hits 0 for the first quarter here at Jesseville Phillips Field. The officials are going to talk it over here.
I think the back judge was calling it incomplete, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that was the first pass so far of the game, and he took the snap, swung it out to the hash right there, but it was a low pass. Receiver caught it on his knees, so not sure if they're going to call this ball incomplete or down at the spot. But either way, it's going to be third and 8 or 3rd and 9 for Dollarway. As so far in the first quarter, they have owned the time of possession, and that's something that you don't want to see if you're Jesseville right now, as you're down. And Dollarway's trying to march it in and make it a 2-score game. So you really want to change that.
You got to get that offense off the field. One of the things I noticed on that 4th down play is the Jesseville defenders are waiting for the runner to get to them. They've got to step up and go get the runner.
Yeah, I noticed that also. Those secondary guys are kind of running sideways and trying to get more of an angle at the running back rather than going downhill and just trying to meet them. So that's something that you got to do also, is you got to be tough. You got to go meet these guys because they're quick. They've got speed and size, and it's, back whenever I was playing at Jesseville, it was kind of they said hit or be hit. And tonight, playing Dollarway, you've either got to go and hit these guys or they're going to come and hit you. So that's something that you got to definitely do also. But, impressive so far by Jesseville defensively as they kind of came out right there on that series. Still on the field, though, as we're going to start this second quarter. 3rd and 8 for Dollarway. Ball on the 23-yard line. Jesseville's got to get this offensive team off this field right here. And they're going to hand it off one more time to the big 44 for Dollarway, and that is Avery Plummer carrying the football as he's going to just be short of a first down there.
Fourth and 2 right here. Jesseville needs to step up and get a stop. Take control of this game right here and score before halftime.
Yeah, you know, this is something that Jesseville has got to, you know, you're exactly right. They've got to step it up here. And, you know, I'd anticipate run, but, you know, they've done a good job right here of getting to the edge. They're going to hand it off right up the gut and pick up that 1 yard and 4 or 5 more. So that's going to move the chains once again. And right now that coach is just sitting over there smiling as they're wanting to make this a 2-possession game. And if they're running this game anything like that, you're going to eat this clock up. You're going to eat this game away before Jesseville even has a chance to do something. So got to get this offensive unit of Dollarway off the field.
Yeah, with that size, you know, difference there with Jesseville's defenders and that fullback, you got to start hitting them lower. 1 yard's better than 3.
Yeah, you got to crash the line for sure right now. Man in motion. Plummer in motion. They're going to toss it out. He's going to cut it back upfield, but he's going to get hit. Good job by Jesseville. And this is a tough defensive line for Jesseville here tonight. And they're hitting these guys, and they're hitting them back. You know, they're meeting these guys and pushing them back, and they're not getting many yards after contact. And that's what you got. That's what you want to see. This Jesseville team's hitting these guys, wrapping up, bringing them to the ground.
Yeah, good thing we're seeing right now, too, is, you know, they're kind of figuring out that triple option, which way to go. And on that first possession, they look clueless, but now they look like they know what they're doing. Yeah,
but if you're gonna hold strong on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, you got to be able to hold strong on 3rd and 4th so you can get these guys off the field, because those first few downs don't matter if these guys pick up a first and keep moving. They're going to hand it off once again. Hit him in the backfield, but is still on his feet, though. And he's going to be swung down, but he's going to get that ball just across the goal line and get another score for Dollarway as they are going to make it a 2-possession ball game. And that was a little handoff right there. We looked like he got met at the line of scrimmage, tried to go for a leg, but he just kind of kept on his feet, kept going, stepped over him, and was swung down, but not until he crossed that ball across the plane. So 9:53 left to play in the first half. 2-point attempts right now for Dollarway, as it is a 14-0 ball game.
Be looking going up the middle again right here.
They're going to get hit. And that's no good. They're short. Good stand right there by Jesseville. Good job by Jesseville right there. So as we're hit, we're bloodied, and we're kind of bleeding, but we're not out of this fight just yet. It is 14-0 though. But Jesseville holds them off on 2-point attempt to still make this a manageable football game. Coach Burke, you know, as his defensive unit comes to the sidelines, he's slapping these guys' hands. He's trying to get them fired up, keep them in this ball game, as they should be happy. They should keep their heads up. Even though they scored, you know, you did a good job of kind of making a statement, saying, hey, we're not here for no reason. We're here to play football.
Yeah, it's not the fact that they scored. I mean, look at how many 3rd downs they made them convert.
Yeah.
You know, you can't find a team that can do that consistently. So one of these times they're going to get that 4th down stop.
Yeah, now Jesseville, like you said, they've just got to come out now on this next defensive series when they get the opportunity and force these guys to keep these guys from converting those 3rd and 4th down plays. Or it is going to be a tough ball game. But Jesseville right now, we're done talking about defense. We're about to talk about offense, as they have got to do something now, as they're the only ones that can really put points on the board here tonight. And, you know, they need to do it. So kick is going to be returned by Daly. Daly's going to get the edge there, and he's going to be brought down. But, man, and there's the penalty. That's a good flag, as he has swung well into the track there almost, as that's going to be a late hit there. And that's going to kind of give us a few more, as he was originally swung out of bounds right at about the 36-yard line.
was a good hit. It was just a little excessive on the back end there.
Yeah, you know, he could have kind of let up, but instead he was in the sidelines, decided to just swing him down while he was there, and that's kind of what drew the flag out. So that's going to set him up with a good penalty as Carson Hare jogs onto the field now.
Yeah, with field position like this, you definitely got to take advantage and at least put some points on the board, if not score a touchdown.
Yeah, because you're on Dollarway side of the 50 right now, so that's what you want. That's the best field position we've had all night, I think. So right now you got two receivers at the bottom of your screen, one up top. Benson's up top all by himself. Daly is in a flanker position and in motion as Huff is in the backfield with Hare. Hare is going to roll out, looks to throw, gets the ball off, and there was a defender that got his hands up, and that ball was just at the feet of Daly. And that's going to be incomplete there. Not sure if the defender got a hand on it or if it was just a bad pass.
It looked like it was a tip ball, but if Daly would have had that, he had an 8-yard gap between him and the closest defender.
Yeah, Jesseville's tried to show that look 3 or 4 times here tonight and unable to make anything happen with it so far. So back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 for Jesseville. Clock stopped at 9:48 after that incompletion. Huff's going to switch sides in the backfield there. Hare's going to take the handoff and looks to throw under pressure, gets it out, and is met hard. He got it out to Huff. Huff caught the ball right at the line of scrimmage and was met hard by the number 5 for the Eagles, and that's Terrence Brown.
Yeah, that play was just blown up. The miscommunication between the O-line and the rest of the offense was just, they didn't know it was a screen pass. They were down the field 10 yards.
Yeah, good read there by Brown, and he's a captain for this Eagles team, and that's the way a captain should play. You know, as soon as Huff caught that football, he was there and brought him to the ground quickly. So 3rd and 10 for Jesseville. This, you got to convert. Got to convert. So far, every time that Jesseville's looked to pass here tonight, Hare has been under pressure. Right there the last time he showed it. He had an end, got hard off the end, and he's showing it once again. Gets the ball off. Daly with the reception, has a man still on his feet, makes a guy miss, and it's finally bumped out of bounds, but not until he picks up the first down, and he's finally bumped out at about the 20-yard line. Great little pitch and catch there by Hare to Daly. He took the snap, just kind of stepped into it, stepped into the throw, and got it across the field to Daly on the little slant route, and he caught it in open space, made a guy miss, stayed on his feet instead of running out of bounds, picked up about 5 or 6 more, and was finally pushed out of bounds at about right at about that 20-yard line. So big first down for Jesseville. That's showing a little bit of life right there. Good throw by Hare. Good catch by Daly. So right now, 1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line. Huff in motion. Flag on the play, and that's probably going to be a false start there on Huff as he was in motion, and he may not have gotten his feet set there, and that's what it's going to be. Ugh. And that's not what you want right there, but as they were ready to get that play snapped, they were ready to get that one off. But they had Huff in motion, and he was trying to get his feet set before Hare snapped it, and he was just a little off balance, and the official caught it. So 1st and 15 after we get backed up 5.
One thing we're seeing here now is, you know, Coach TJ, he's splitting up them receivers and spreading them out.
Yep. So rebound off that 5-yard loss right here. Let's go and pick these back up, and you got Daly right there in motion. They're gonna throw again. Good job by Hare under pressure. He's still on his feet, trying to use his legs. Is bumped out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage, right at about that 21-yard line. Good job by Hare. You know, he's been under pressure all night. Right there, he looked to throw, was under pressure once again, and did a good job of reversing out and avoiding the sack in the backfield. Kept his feet moving and did a good job of staying on his feet and picking up those 5 yards back to about the original line of scrimmage. Facing a 2nd and 7 here. Ball on the 19-yard line. Hare's going to be alone in the backfield. Full receivers on the play. He's looking to throw. Gets the ball off, and he looks for Daly, but there might have been Daly kind of stopped. Daly stopped running there. A little bit of a miscommunication on the play. There were 2 receivers and a Cardinal defender. And that ball just hit the ground incomplete. So 3rd and 7. Still on the 19-yard line. After that incompletion, clock stopped, 7:55. This is the best field position we've had all night, best drive we've had all night. As we are down inside the red zone here, finally. As we're just a hair inside that 20-yard line. So right now, 2 receivers on the play. Huff in the backfield. Hare looks to throw once again. He's going to go to Benson, hit him in his hands, and incomplete. Ugh. And there was a defender there.
I think that defender got a hand on it.
Yeah, that was the number 12 for Dollarway, number 12, Rod Collier, excuse me. As that was, they were looking across the field right there. The ball was on the money, and, you know, it kind of hit them both in the hands there as that ball is going to fall incomplete. Good look there for Jesseville, though.
Yeah, if he would have missed that ball, that was a touchdown.
Yep, we're obviously going to go for it here. Considering the field position we're in right now, best opportunity we've had yet to score, so we're going to go for it. Same look. He's going to hand it off, fakes it, off to Benson, over the top, touchdown, Jesseville. What a score. Great read there by Carson Hare. Awesome throw. What a play. Great job there. He had a little option read there. Kept it in the gut of Huff until the very last second, then pulled it out and then threw it right over the top of everyone's head. Benson was behind everybody, caught it in the end zone above his head. Touchdown, Jesseville. We're on this board, 14-6, as we're going to come on for the extra point. Number 25, Quinones, is going to try and put this one through the uprights. And Jesseville is alive here. High snap, but we get it down. Kick is up, and it is good. Oh, wait a second, folks.
Going to be a false start. One of the linemen moved before the ball was snapped.
All right, so pretty kick. But we're going to he's probably going to try it again here. False start, Jesseville is the call. So we're gonna try it. He's gonna probably try it again from about 5 yards deeper this time. So Quinones is still on for the extra point. Good snap, better snap. Kick is up, and he punches it. Kick is good. Jesseville is here, and we are ready to play. 14-7, Dollarway, but Jesseville with the impressive score right there as we went forward on 4th down and able to score a touchdown. Good job there, Jesseville. So 7:44 left to play in the opening half here in round 1 of the Jesseville 3A playoffs. Or excuse me, the Arkansas State 3A playoffs here at Jesseville. So, Jordan, great play right there by Jesseville. That was, you know, I got to give a great shout-out. I mean, that was just a good heads-up play by Hare. I thought that was going to be, honestly, I thought that was a handoff there to Huff, just on the little option handoff there to the outside, but he kept it in his gut, kind of went with Huff, and then finally pulled it out. Once he saw that Benson was behind everybody, he pulled it out of his gut and just threw the ball, and just a great job. Fooled everybody.
Well, it wasn't just a handoff. He had that guy coming from the outside, you know, blitzing, and if Huff wasn't there for the block, that was definitely a sack or a fumble or something, but that was great awareness to get rid of the ball when he did.
Yeah, and I mean, great catch there by Benson, too, is able to rebound, because the one he unfortunately dropped the ball on the last play, as we're just going to kind of punch that ball up. Ugh. Not sure what Jesseville was really wanting to do there. I know Coach Burke was maybe wanting to try and come away with that one, but unfortunately that ball hung in the air just a little bit too long, and they were able to field it and bring it out, but they are now in good field position as they're going to take that ball right out about midfield. So, you know, you're probably in a better situation if you just kick that ball deep and maybe, you know, catch them down at about the 20, 25, or 30 rather than them taking over it the 45. So right now, Jesseville, you know, did a good job, did a better job on defense the last series. So now they've just got to come out and finish it. They were unable to stop these guys on 3rd and 4th down, and because of that, they went down and scored. Second throw of the night here for Dollarway, but Jesseville's all over it. Still hasn't brought him down, though, but finally does. Need to watch the late hit there, though, but Jesseville finally brings him down at the line of scrimmage. Great job, as that's just a second play that they have thrown it here tonight for Dollarway.
Yeah, you notice now they're going to that empty setback position, that shotgun formation, and you know, we may see a whole new playbook right here from them.
Yeah, you're right. You know, they kind of show the same formation both series in the first quarter, and now that they've kind of come out, they're changing it up a little bit, trying to catch Jesseville off guard.
And you realize who's playing quarterback's number 5. You know, he's got quite an impact on this game already. We know he's got some legs, and we know he's got some speed, so we've got to contain him as well.
Low snap there. He's looking to throw. Has a man over the top. Caught.
And
yeah, incomplete. Ball came out as he hit the ground. Good job there. There were 2 defenders, the number 5, B.J. Holloway, and the number 7, Dexton Hilton there. Good job. I mean, he caught it. It was a good catch, but as soon as he hit the ground, that ball fell out of his stomach, and that was incomplete. So right now, 3rd and 9.
It's a good defensive stop right there for Jesseville.
Yeah, you know, that was a good ball, but the routes that these receivers are running aren't anything that are catching these guys really off guard. We have an opportunity right now the secondary's got an opportunity to get in the way and possibly force a turnover. Jesseville needs to pick this ball off if they're going to throw it. So Terrence Brown, in center man under motion, fakes a sweep, steps up, throws it, has the ball out. It's caught past the first down. He's going to step back, but he's going to finally go down right at that line of scrimmage.
They might have to measure this one.
Yeah, he originally caught it, though, about 2 yards past the first down mark, and then kind of reversed back out.
They flip it to 4th down, but, man, that's close.
Oof. Yeah, we're right there at it. I mean, we're straight across from this first down mark in the football. And
White hat calls first down.
yeah, by the nose of that football. So 1st and 10, Jesseville.
There he goes.
And on his feet still, finally brought down at the 20. Ugh.
Keep running that wide receiver sweep option, but he pulled that one, took off with his own legs there.
Yeah, great job there by them as they were able to find a gap there and force them on their heels there, and they were able to pick up a first down.
Back in that triple option formation here.
Yep. Handed off, still on his feet, spins out, makes a few guys miss, and is finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. So Jesseville really on their heels right now as they're trying to do something here and try to hold these guys from getting in the end zone one more time. They're going to hand it off, trying to get that line of scrimmage, and they're going to cross the goal line. Touchdown, Dollarway. And that's not what you want to do there, is they were able to kind of spread it out a little bit more. Trying to spread it out just a little bit more on defense.
Yeah, it's not really what you want to see right here, but then again, you know, they left 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the board for Jesseville to work with. And, you know, getting that ball first thing to start the game, they really need to score before halftime here to keep it a one-possession game.
Yeah, you know, Jesseville, they, like you said, they started this football game off with the football, so you don't want them to, you know, if you're Dollarway, you don't want to score right here and or if you're Jesseville, excuse me, you don't want them to score and then come back and have the ball for another opportunity. But right there you see them cross the goal line for 2 more, and that's going to make it a 2-possession game once again, 22-7 here. Dollarway is on top. So 5:27 left to play in the first half. Jesseville is going to have a shot. At maybe getting back on this scoreboard here before halftime.
Be looking for another short kick here, and you want one of those returners to grab that thing, get you some good field advantage up there.
Yeah, Daly, he's got some talent with his feet. Like we said the last time that we were here at home when we pulled off the big win against Danville, he was able to bring 2 of them back to the house. So maybe you want to see the same thing, but right now, if you're Dylan Johnson or you're some of these guys that are up front, you want to maybe keep your heads up and watch this for a short kick here, but they're going to put this one in the air. It's going to bounce off of Holloway's chest, but he's going to field it, make a guy miss, try to cut back inside, but he's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. That one landed right at his feet, kind of bounced up off of his chest, but he was able to pick it up and try to make something happen, but they were all over it there. So Jesseville is going to take over outside the 20. They're going to take over on the 26. 1st and 10, Jesseville. Carson Hare jogs onto the field, especially after that big offensive success that we had the last time that we were out there, as he was able to march us down and kind of make something happen as we were inside the red zone, faced a 4th and short and made it happen and put one in the end zone with his arm to Benson. So handoff right now to Huff, and he's going to be met hard at the line of scrimmage as we try to go back to the run, but they read it all day. So Hare right now looks to the sidelines, trying to communicate right now with Coach Burke as they're trying to figure out what they want to do right now. 2nd and 13, 4:47 left to play in the first half. He's got 3 receivers at the bottom of his screen. He's got Daly and Benson and Huff in the backfield. Hare's going to take the snap, looks to throw under pressure, and gets brought down on the play in the backfield, and that is going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was a good blitz there. He just ran through untouched.
Yeah, that was for sure a good job there by this Dollarway defense. As Hare looked to throw there and just was under pressure, and they ate him up there in the backfield and brought him down. So right now facing 3rd and long. Right now, if you're Jesseville, virtually you've got 2 plays to pick up this first down. So you don't want to do anything silly right here and force a turnover. He's going to throw once again, gets the ball off, and it's behind his intended receiver, behind Benson by about a yard or 2, and that is going to bring up 4th and long, and the punt unit is going to come out here. So Jesseville is going to give Dollarway another opportunity here before halftime, as Jesseville is going to be punting really with their heels against the goal line, as the number 51 of Ty LaFoon comes on to punt this football. He's going to be punting from inside the 5-yard line. Good snap, but the penalty flag is going to come in there.
Offsides.
Yep, that's going to be on the defense. That's going to be on Dollarway. So LaFoon's going to have a little bit more room now to punt the ball. But still, not going to change the mindset of Coach Burke. Still going to keep this punt unit out on the field for Jesseville. And, maybe we can get a good punt here, keep this ball in the air long enough to, keep these guys from returning it possibly. And maybe they can just, take the bad field position. He's going to
knocked him over.
barely get the ball off. LaFoon took a hit there. They're going to field it at the 50. He's going to bring it out, crosses the 40. Still on his feet past the 20. Finally gets hit at the 25. Hard by this Jesseville defense. And that was a good return there. Not sure where the penalty flag was, though, but they hit LaFoon. They hit our punter pretty hard on the kick there. So not sure where the penalty marker is on roughing the kicker, but
Looked like the white hat was watching the return.
yeah, they were able to bring that one out, and good return there to set Dollarway up inside the 25-yard line, or excuse me, inside the 20-yard line. So right now they're facing very, very good field position, and Jesseville's got to do something here, as I would probably assume that they're going to go back to this eye look here, as that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, and that missed penalty there, that could have got Jesseville a first down.
Yeah, it could have, or at least put us in a 4th and short. They're going to hand it off once again, still on his feet, cross the 10, cross the 5, touchdown, Dollarway. And that's going to add to this lead. And the scoreboard's a little messed up here, as it shows that it's 28-28. I wish, but right now it's 28-7 Dollarway, as they are adding on to the already big lead here as Jesseville is home, Phillips Field. Still got a lot of ball game left, though. It's first half, not much time in the first half. 3:35 left to play. As Dollarway comes on for the 2-point conversion, hands it off up the middle, but Jesseville.
I think he's short.
Still waiting on the signal. And I think Jesseville stopped them again, and they did. Bending but not breaking, at least on the 2-point conversion. So Jesseville's done a good job of holding those tonight. That can make a difference here later in this ball game if Jesseville can kind of make a little bit more of an impact on offense. So right now, after the big, after the score right there, after the big return for Dollarway, after it set them up in good field position, set them up inside the 20-yard line, and then they were able to just 2 short plays, and then they were in. So, Jesseville kind of showed they were showing a little bit more toughness on defense, and past 2 times they've let them go in pretty quickly. So right now, this offensive unit's got to come back and answer quickly, as you've got 3:35 to do something here before half. Dollarway's going to get the ball once again after it. So right there, the kick, you see it fielded by B.J. Holloway after the ball hung in the air a long time. He's going to still be on his feet, tries to get to the sidelines, and it's finally brought down inside right at about the 40-yard line as he's tackled into the Dollarway sideline. Good job on the return there by B.J. Holloway, as that ball hung in the air seemed like for forever, but he caught it and went with it and able to pick some yards up. Good field position as Jesseville is going to take over at the 40-yard line. Jesseville, we've tried to throw it a few times. We were able to put some points on the board with the pass game, and that's what I'd kind of stick with right now. It's been working for you. It's kind of catching these guys a little bit off guard, just picking up some yards. You just got to get that ball out a little bit quicker, and I think that's what's kind of working for Jesseville more than the run is so far, because that big Eagles defensive line's meeting us. You look, Hare's going to throw it once again, but still under pressure, gets the ball out. And that ball came out once he was hit, but they're going to say it was incomplete. There's 2 Dollarway guys laying on the field as they get up slow. Hare was under a lot of pressure on that play. He wanted to throw, was under pressure, kind of stepped back into the pocket and kind of got the ball back out. And his receiver caught it, was hit on the play, and forced the ball out and called it incomplete. So 2nd and 10 for Jesseville. And once again, like I was saying, you caught him off guard on the pass, but you got to get the ball out quicker. Hare's hanging on to it, and then he's under pressure. You're outmatched up front. You got to get this ball out quick before that pressure comes down around you. As he looks to throw again under pressure, and they try to go to the screen. Ball's on the ground. They look to go to a little screen pass there. The intended receiver was Matthew Huff on the play. Not sure if he had a hand on it or not, but the ball hit the turf, and Dollarway fell on it, but the officials are calling it incomplete.
I'm not sure if the Jesseville personnel knows where they're at or not, because every time Huff catches the ball, there's someone right there that's not been blocked.
Yeah, we're kind of standing still right now, and that's not what you want to see if you're this coaching staff for Jesseville. So here we go.
Dollarway sending a blitz just about every play, it looks like, so it's making it hard for Hare and them to keep their composure.
Yeah, we're about to face a 3rd and 10 until Coach Burke called a timeout. That's his second one of the half. He's going to have one left as he's going to go back to the huddle and kind of talk it over with his offensive line unit and figure out what they really want to do here on 3rd and 10. If I were to guess, I would expect them to try and do something to catch this Dollarway defense off guard right here. You know, kind of like a little option read pass right here, something sort of like that. But right now, you know, the receivers so far for Jesseville, they've had some completions and they've had some silly incompletions, as, you know, it's kind of gone in the stomachs and then forced in and out of the hands of some receivers. So right now, if you're Jesseville, you want to be, and you're a Jesseville receiver, you want to be able to, if you get the ball thrown your way, you got to bring this ball in. You got to catch the football and try and get some yards. Daly, he's done a good job of stepping up for the injured Charlie Davis, and he's done a good job of kind of, you know, catching the football. He caught the ball down inside the 20-yard line earlier in the first half, and here you see he's on the field in a 3-receiver set here. Hare's alone in the backfield, and they're going to throw it here. Hare takes a snap, and under a lot of pressure, and, man, they brought it. He had no time to throw, and they brought the blitz hard. There were 3 guys just all around him as soon as he took the snap. We've got a injured Dollarway Eagle on the field, though. Not sure who that is there. Looks like a single-digit number, but not going to jump to conclusions as he still lays there as the training staff kind of jogs over and attends to him. I believe that was one of the blitzing Eagles there, and that's the number 5. That's Terrence Brown, and that's a big-name player for this Dollarway Eagle football team. But he looks to jog it off there under his own power. Just kind of got stung on the play. He looks to be fine, so we'll expect to see him again. 2:56 left to play in the first half. Jesseville facing a 4th and 16 here.
Yeah, and they're going to punt it right here, you know, just to kind of keep them from having a better field advantage and scoring again.
Yeah, so they're going to give Dollarway another attempt here to put more points on the board before halftime. And again, we'll remind you, you know, Jesseville started the game with this football, so Dollarway's going to get it after halftime. So 28-7, clock's rolling, 2:40 left to play in the first half. Jesseville's on to punt. Low snap, going to roll out and kick it. That is a good punt. And it's filled. It's filled. Oh,
got it back.
And that one had me holding my breath there for a second as, you know, he tried to punt that, went right through his arms, and there were a few Jesseville guys that Daly was down there, had a shot at maybe getting his hands on it, but that returner fell right on the ball.
Got a 35 to 40-yard punt there.
Yeah, that was a little rugby-style punt right there as he kind of took the slow snap, rolled to his right there, and got the ball off. And, you know, it was a pretty spiraling kick. So Dollarway is going to take over ball on the 39-yard line. D up, Jesseville, as that's what, you know, you got to do right here. That's what I'd love to see is this Jesseville defense kind of come and stop them in the backfield right here.
You've got to do it for the next 2.5 minutes right here.
And they're going to hand it off once again. They're going to get a hand on him. Benson tried to go for the football there, but stayed out of his hands. But he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 5 on the play. So they're going to give him 6, 2nd and 4. Clock's going to roll right at that 2-minute mark. Same little I formation there for Dollarway. 2 receivers on the play, 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off once again, barreling forward, but bouncing outside, still on his feet, cross the first down mark, cross the 40 to the 30, still on his feet, going to get there, 10-5, touchdown Dollarway. And that one hurts there, as it is just another insult to injury here as Dollarway is going to add to this already enormous lead here, 34-7.
Yeah, and one thing right there that could stop that touchdown is that open field tackle. These guys just keep bouncing off of them.
Yeah, you're right. That right there you see him get met kind of, line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two, and then he just does a good job, the running back there, bouncing it to the outside, staying on his feet, keeping his feet moving, and once he got to the sidelines, he made everybody miss and was able to outrun everybody and off to the races to the end zone. And you see him, took a shot there, but crossed the goal line. And that's going to be a 2-point conversion there. Success full for Dollarway.
Yeah, one thing about that Jesseville defense, you can definitely tell that they've been on the field too long and they look tired, but you got to keep your head up in this position right now. It's not even halftime yet.
Yeah, looking at this Jesseville sidelines, they got everybody's got their hands in their pockets. They're standing there. They're cold. You're down big here, and it's not even halftime. But that's not an excuse. The way I see it is, Dollarway had half of a game of football to put 36 points on the board. You've got another half of football to put 36 points on the board. So, Jesseville, you're only out of it if you put yourself out of it. So, you're exactly right, Jordan. They got to come out and stay alive, stay in it. Carson, as a leader of this offense and a leader of this football team, has got to come out, and I'd like to see him go down that sidelines, slap some hands, slap some helmets, and say, let's go, guys. What are you doing? Because for some of these guys, this is the last game of football you're playing. You're here at home. You want to go out, at least giving it your all. Daly's going to return it, cuts it back inside, makes a guy miss, still on his feet, crosses the 40s, finally brought down at the 45. Good return there by Daly. He returned it about 5 yards and cut the ball back up inside and, made a few guys miss and was finally brought down. So as Hare talks it over with Coach Burke, you can kind of see the frustration a little bit out of TJ there, but we want to focus and go out and do what you need to do here. This offensive line here for Jesseville has really got to hold up. I don't think that you're making a bad decision if you throw the ball here for Jesseville, but your offensive line has got to give Hare a little bit more time to throw the ball, as that's what they're going to try to do here. Gets it off quick to Benson. Benson still barreling forward, still on his feet. It takes three defenders, 3 Dollarway Eagles to take him down, but that's going to be good enough for a first down. Minute 22 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, that's what you got to do right there. You just got to get something going. Hare got rid of that ball real quick to Benson there in the middle, and that was a good 12-yard gain.
Yeah, Benson's he's kind of like a little Cheyenne O'Grady sort of, big, tall, tight end there that's able to catch the ball and hard to bring down. And that was intended again there for Benson. It was thrown in and out of the hands. He kind of bobbled it after it went in and out of the hands. That ball was
nearly intercepted.
Yeah, it was juggled by both of them, the defender and Benson on the play. Nearly picked off, but the official's going to call it incomplete. So that's going to stop the clock. A minute 13 left to play in the first half. 2nd and 10, Jesseville on the 44-yard line. 5 receivers on this play, 3 up top, 2 at the bottom. Hare by himself, under pressure hard, steps up, gets the ball out as he throws. Good job by Hare to get the ball off, but thrown at the feet of his intended receiver, Landon Daly.
Yeah, he's got the right idea. He's just got to keep his composure right there, scrambling, and just make that throw.
Yeah, and that's just a young quarterback. his senior year, he'll make that throw. But right there, you see him, a great job under hard pressure right there. He dips that shoulder, steps up, makes him, stays out of trouble, and gets the ball off. But you just got to have a more accurate throw right there. Got to at least give your receiver a shot at it, you know.
One thing we haven't seen tonight out of here is, his legs.
Yep.
In the games that we've been here for, he's had at least 50 yards rushing a game. So.
Yep. Same little read play as they scored on, but he's under pressure this time. He's going to get the ball out. Nearly picked off on the sidelines, but in and out of the hands of number 25, Trent Simmons for Dollarway. They went back to that same little read option pass there, same one that we scored on, but he pulled it away and was under pressure and just tried to get it out, and he nearly threw a pick, but Simmons was unable to catch it, and that's going to face us with 4th down. And right now, if you're Jesseville, I'd go for it. I mean, I understand the meaning, you're going to kind of pin them deep, but.
Different formation here from Jesseville.
Not sure what they're going to try and show here. High snap. He is going to go for it. He's going to get it out, throws it. Incomplete. Good defense there. He showed the little rollout rugby punt, and then last second decided to pull it up and throw it. Threw it to a receiver just a few yards short of the first, but there was a defender all over it, and it bounced off his chest and incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
And I'm not sure if Daly didn't get hit there a little bit before the ball was even thrown.
Yeah, that was definitely a good job, personal foul or not, on the breakup by Dollarway. But right now, they're going to take over after the disastrous 4th down attempt for Jesseville. 1st and 10, Dollarway, ball on the 44. Less than a minute left to play, but I don't think that's going to matter, or less than a minute left to play in the first half. I don't think that's going to matter for Dollarway. They're probably going to get as many points as they can. Man in motion. They're going to toss it out wide. Trying to get the edge, but cuts back up. We hit him in the backfield, but can't bring him down. But
there you go.
Finally able to gang tackle him after maybe a yard on the play, but they're going to set him up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's a good job by the defense not giving up till he was on the ground, Even if it takes more than one, they're helping each other out.
Yeah, clock's rolling. 30 seconds left to play in the first half.
They may let this thing roll out.
Yeah, there's about a 4-second difference between the play and game clock, so they're probably going to snap it at least one more time. I think they're just going to kneel this ball and go to halftime. And nope, they're going to hand it off one more time. And he's finally hit at about the original line of scrimmage. Great push by the Jesseville defense as he's, that's going to bring us to halftime. But a great job there by Jesseville defense, able to wrap them up, bring them down. And there's 3 or 4 guys wrapping this running backs up, take them down. But Dollarway on top here, big at Phillips Field Line Stadium in round 1 of the 3A playoffs. Dollarway up top, 36-7. So we're going to take a break here as these guys are going to go to halftime and talk it over, and we're going to come back here in about 20 minutes and see if Jesseville can come back and do something at after half. So we'll see y'all here in just a second, and we'll get the second half going. All right, guys, we're back after halftime right now. We're coming at you a little late here, but right after we are coming out, Jesseville kicks it, tries to do a little onside there, and unable to come away with it. So we're going to give them good field position coming right out of the gate after half. So, after a very dominant first half, Dollarway is on top right now, 36-7. They're going to take over at the 48-yard line. They did a very good job in the first half of really being dominant, really running the ball, very aggressive, and really just marching down the field every time they've had an opportunity and making something happen, doing a little bit of that right there as they're able to just kind of find the seam, hit the hole, and make some guys miss, make it happen. And right there you see them coming just short of picking up another first down. So 2nd and 1. Clock is rolling right now. Jesseville's been on the board one time here tonight from the pass with a pass from Hare to right over the top to Benson on a 4th down conversion inside the red zone. So that's been the only time that we've had a little bit of success offensively tonight. So here as it is a 1st and 10. They give them enough to smooth the chains. 1st and 10 Dollarway as they're going to hand it off up the middle once again, but he's going to bounce it out to the outside, find the stick, still on his feet. Tries to make a man miss, pushes him off of him, still on his feet, 10-5. Brought down hard by Landon Daly. And he kind of got on his back, went for a ride, and brought him down right on top of himself. So Daly gets up slow on the play there. But a big gain right there, and that was the number 12 of Rod Collier there for Dollarway as he took the handoff and just bounced it out to the outside. Was able to use the speed and get to the sideline and march down it for a big first down, put him on the 1-yard line. And Dollarway is going to cross the goal line, touchdown once again. That's 3 plays, 50 yards for Dollarway to put it in the end zone once again to add on to their already huge lead. 42-7. Yeah, and you know, right now it's looking to be a little too little, too late. You know, Dollarway just kind of came out, did what they had to do, and you know, really made something happen. Jesseville offensively is going to have to really do something to make a difference. And right there, good second. Good.
Short again.
Yeah, but that was a good second effort, you know, push right there by both teams. You saw the quarterback there for Dollarway even coming in and trying to push that big pile of bodies to get them across the goal line. But like we've seen Jesseville do a couple times here tonight, we've held them on the 2-point conversion, and we do it again right there. So, you know, Jesseville is down big right now. You know, you're down multiple scores. It's 42-7. You know, your shots kind of each and every series is kind of getting a little bit further and further out of reach. So right now, the one thing that, you know, you want to do, especially if you're a senior, is realize, hey, this is the last game of football I may play. You know, I'm here. I'm at home. You know, it's a playoff game. We've had a great season right now. We're not really finishing the ball game right now, but we want to at least, you know, go out there and have some fun, finish the game the way we want to, and win or lose, you know, have some fun, finish it hard. So,
well, another thing you got to realize too for Jesseville, you know, after the other team's up by 35 in the second half, you got that clock running nonstop. So you definitely want to try to score quick to, you know, reserve any clock you got.
Yeah, you know, they have not ran the ball here tonight. You know, we saw them the first series come out, Jesseville, and first series of the ball game, they tried to run it with Matthew Huff a little bit, and really they just weren't able to really move the ball any with this big defensive line. Right here you see him kick it short, but it's going to be fielded, and he's brought down close to the 40-yard line. But as I was saying, you know, they pretty much shut our run game down here tonight, so we had to resort to the pass a little bit. And Hare, you know, he's been successful a few plays through the air, but for the most part, you know, just mistakes. You know, balls have been thrown behind a couple receivers. You know, the receivers have kind of dropped a few passes also, and you know, the defense has been able to force some balls out of the hands of some receivers. So right now you just need to go out there and play the best football that you can. And, Hare's been under a lot of pressure throwing. So right now, offensively up front, you got to give a little bit better of a push. But right here, they hand it off to Huff, trying to run this football right there, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. Landon Daly's going to step out. Looks like the 24 of Brenton Johnson for Jesseville is going to come jogging onto the play.
Right now, he's not even being covered.
Yeah. Kind of in a flanker position right there. They're going to hand it off to Huff once again. Tries to get something around the outside, but is met hard in the backfield. So, again, I was just saying it. Dollarway's done a very good job defensively of stopping this run. And you see them do it again right there as Matthew Huff's probably got less than 20 yards carrying this game. And he's just done a tough job, or it's been a tough game, tough job of picking up some yards there. Or at all in this football game, so. Daly comes back out onto the play here. So 3rd and 6 for Jesseville. Ball right out about midfield, close to it. They're going to throw it. Hare, and off of the hands of the defender. Had a receiver. Daly was there. It was catchable. But that one was broken up there. And that's going to be an incomplete. But this offense is going to stay on the field here for this 4th and 6. Let's go, Carson. Let's try to, keep your composure right there. That was a good look. Offensively. Had a shot at a receiver. Daly was kind of streaking across the field right there, but the defender was right on his tail. And, you can't have, hard hands right here. You got to be able to bring that football in, but a flag's going to come in from the back, Judge. Not sure what this is going to be here. That flag was thrown before the offensive line was even set, it looked like.
I think they have too many people on the field.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I count 12 there for the defense, it looks like.
That might be enough.
Not sure what happened there, but that's going to give them 5, so it's going to put them in a little bit better of a situation, 4th and 2. So now there's a little bit you can do a couple things now. You can, if you've had a tough time running it so far, but if you think you can pick up these 2 yards, you got a chance. We haven't seen Hare use his legs at all here tonight. Well, I take that back. We've seen him pick up a first here tonight using his legs, but he wanted to throw first, but was flushed out of the pocket and had to pick it up. But right here you see him trying to do it, and he uses them, and there he goes. To the 40 is finally brought down, but not until he picks up the first. Good option keeper there.
Yeah, that was a good play call. They were going after Huff because they thought Hare was going to throw it to him, but keeping that by himself was a smart decision.
Yep, and that was a good job. Kind of kept that ball back inside and able to pick up the first. So a good shot right there, keeping this drive alive and setting them up with a 1st and 10. 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd. Ball on the 40-yard line. Jesseville trying to dig their way out of a deep hole here. Hare's going to roll out and throw again. Sets up, throws it. It's got a receiver down the sideline. And Hare, there's caught. That ball is caught. Great job. I think that was that was B.J. Holloway.
That was a great catch.
Yes, it was. That was a jump ball right there. Great job. You saw Hare. He took the little roll out to his right side there. Rolled out, stopped, set up, threw the ball right there, and it was a jump ball on the sidelines. And B.J. Holloway went up for it and came down with it on the sidelines. Good job of getting a foot down and able to keep that ball in bounds. So that's another 1st down there for Jesseville. Hare looks to throw again, gets the ball out to Benson. Benson caught over the middle, touchdown, Jesseville. Great job there, and that's momentum. That's momentum for this Jesseville offense as we go 3 plays right there straight into the end zone.
Is still running.
Those are 3 back-to-back 1st downs. and 1 touchdown. So that was a big, momentum swing offensively. So Jesseville puts another one up. Second touchdown throw here tonight for Carson Hare. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. No good, they say.
Why is it? Clock should not be running.
So clock's rolling. 4:13, 4:12. Yeah, you're talking about it. Not sure if the clock's supposed to be rolling right now or not. It was a mercy ruled game.
None of the.
But after that score.
I mean, you're within 35. I thought the mercy rule was 35, but I could be wrong.
Either way, clock's rolling. Right at just about 3:50 left to play in the third. Jesseville now, after that score, still in a deep hole, but not as deep as it was. Still down big here, 42-13. But, good job right there. That was a little bit of, like I was saying, good job, a little bit of momentum there as they went those 3 plays right there, just 3 hard shots. And a good catch there by Benson, able to catch it and put it in for the end zone, as that was his second touchdown reception of the night. That's the second time him and Hare have been able to hook it up for points. So right now, Jesseville's tried to onside it with Quinones a couple times, but right now I try to kick that ball as deep as I possibly can. But they're going to try and onside it. One more time, and a great bounce and into the hands of Jesseville. What an onside there. And that can't get any better. And that was right. That ball skipped across the ground, bounced up, and off the face mask of off of a Dollarway defender. And a great job by Quinones. And let me shut my mouth. I was saying we shouldn't do it, and right there you saw it work out in our favor. That ball skipped across the ground. Yeah, go ahead.
Man, that was a great kick. He kicked it right at him, bounced up, hit him in the helmet. He had no chance to catch it.
Yeah, it bounced off his helmet and straight back into the hands. Flag at the snap of the ball, but
looks like offsides on the defense.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we need right there. I mean, we need the momentum. We need the swing.
I just don't.
All right, so apparently we wouldn't have had to figure out what the deal was with the clock because it's still rolling and it's no longer a 35-point game. So mercy rule shouldn't be in effect, but apparently once mercy rule goes into effect, no matter the score, that clock's still going to roll. So the rest of the game clock is going to be rolling. Hare looks to throw to Benson once again through his hands, and man, you got to catch those balls right there. That's a little bit high and on top of your shoulder, but Benson, I mean, you got 2 hands on the football. You got to bring that in. So clock's still rolling. 2nd and 5 after the penalty and after the incompletion. Ball on the 49-yard line. Hare with the little option look. He's going to pitch it out. Great pitch to Holloway. To Huff. And then he's slung into the Jesseville sidelines. Beautiful pitch there by Carson Hare. He looked like he was going to maybe cut inside and keep it himself, but at the very last second, right as he was getting hit, he dished it out right there to Matthew to Huff, and Huff kind of was able to bring it in and move the ball about 5 or 6 more yards. So 1st and 10, Jesseville with the new set of downs. Hare waits the snap, rolls out, sets up, throws it back across the field to Benson. Benson moving his feet, still on his feet, drops his shoulder, plows over a Dollarway defender and finally goes down, but not until he crosses the 20-yard line down at the 19. Hare and Benson have been deadly here tonight. 20 seconds in the third. Good little read right there. Roll out and threw it back across the field to Benson. Benson able to pick up some yards after the catch as he tries to go over the top again to Benson, but the ball was tipped by the linebacker position.
They got to keep this thing rolling,
Yep, but
that's
the
end of the quarter, but you want to keep this thing rolling. You want to get back on the ball.
Yeah, Jesseville right now, that clock is going to be against them. now with it being the last quarter and if it being the fourth quarter, that 12 minutes, it's going to be 12 minutes. You know, that clock is going to stop for no reason. So really, really, really gotta be able to do something here. Your defense has got to play strong. You cannot afford, you know, if you go down and score right now, you cannot afford to let this Dollarway offensive unit convert third down after third down after third down to eat up this entire clock, because they can really and truthfully, the way that we saw them, you know, really hold the ball in the second quarter in the first half, they were able to eat a lot of the clock up. And if they get this ball back on defense, they can really eat the rest of this ball game up. So Jesseville's got to do the best job that they can at getting in the end zone as fast as they can right now, scoring, and then hitting somebody on defense and getting the ball back in their hands. Because right now you got to, I mean, clock's against you, but if you can do the best you can right now, score, get the ball back on defense, score again, you're back in this game. So as they come back out, start of the fourth and final quarter here, Benson is going to be in motion. Hare in the backfield alone until Benson meets him. Going to show an option look. Hare's going to keep it himself, try to cut up field, and slides down and is hit as he's sliding. But is going to go down after maybe a gain of a yard or two, but they're going to say 3rd and 10. Ball is sitting on the 20-yard line, and Jordan, I bet they throw it here. You know, these receivers got to catch this ball if you do get an opportunity, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Same look that they went and scored with. Jump ball there that Daly was his intended receiver. There were 2 defenders there. Looked like there may have been a little bit of a contact before the ball got to Daly, but either way, there's no flag on the play, and they're going to call it an incompletion. 4th and 8 here. Jesseville's offense is going to stay out on the field. Hare is looking at the sidelines, getting the signals from Coach Burke right now. So he's going to finally jog to his huddle and give the play. So 4th and 8, big shot right here.
Makes you wonder if they go back to that slant play. You know, Benson's been open just about every time they run it.
Yeah, or that little read option, kind of keeping his gut. But right here, he's going to throw it over the top to Benson. Benson with the catch and the touchdown. Jesseville, that's the second time you called it. Wasn't really a slant, but he went to Benson over the top. That's the second little jump pass that we've seen from Hare here tonight. They scored on it the first time in the first quarter, and they scored on it again right there. And that's just a good job by Carson Hare, able to kind of fool the defense with that little bit of a read option, and then way to set up at the last second, set his feet, and throw it over the top of everybody. Here on the 2-point conversion is going to swing it out to Daly. Daly's caught, and he's hit as soon as he catches it, stretches the ball out, but is going to be down at the 1. So 42-19 after the score.
Looked like he took a pretty good shot to the back on that one.
Yep, Jesseville doing everything they can to make this a ball game. That's a great job by them staying in this football game, still fighting, trying to do everything they can to stay alive here at home in the playoffs. Great job there, but you know, good job by Benson on that reception also. That was a battle for the ball. There was a defender there. It was between him or the defender, and he came away with it and was able to really come away with it at the 10 and run it in for the 5 and into the end zone.
Yeah, Hare really put that ball in the money, put it right inside his hands.
Yeah, and Hare he's not a senior. You know, this is a kid that has got some, you know, playing time still under his belt after this season ends. So, you know, we're going to see him next year, and I'll expect to see this kid have a little bit more size to him, go to some of these college and high school camps, and, you know, he's already putting the ball on the money, and he's doing it right. So right now, as Quinones came on for the kick, there's a late flag from the side judge there.
This is killing the time.
False start, though. And like you mentioned, Jordan, this clock's rolling. That's going to be a false start on the defense, on the return team. 8:40 left to play in the.
Yeah, it's already been a minute and a half since I scored.
Yeah, you know, and that's where this clock's going to kill us right now, because Dollarway, really, if we can't stop them on D right here, they can eat the rest of this time up. but Quinones coming on. He's going to try the onside once
Another
again.
good kick.
Skip. Jesseville's fighting for it. Not sure who's going to come away with it. They're going to say Dollarway does. That was a good skip there by Quinones, but unable to really bounce into the arms of Jesseville. Dollarway is able to fall on it. So 8 minutes left to play in this fourth and final quarter here at Phillips Field and Line Stadium. Dollarway is on top of Jesseville, 42-19, but Jesseville is showing a few little beats of life here late in the fourth as we're able to kind of go two back-to-back scores really quick coming out of halftime, and that's what we got to do. But, you know, clock's against us. The mercy rule has already gone into effect, and once it goes into, you cannot stop it. So this clock's going to roll the rest of the ball game, and that may be the death of this Jesseville football team, as it's too little too late here possibly. But your defense, it's in the hands of them right now, and, you know, right there off of a carry by Dollarway for about 7 or 8. That's what you don't want. You know, that's what you got to stop right there. If you're a Jesseville defender, you got to meet that running back in the backfield and bring him down for a tackle for loss. Because right now they're already facing, they gave him a good spot if you're a Jesseville line, so 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and 2. But Jesseville's really got to hit somebody. They got to get somebody in the backfield right here. Both teams still have, well, Coach Burke's already burned a timeout, I do believe, so he's got 2 at least to work with in his pocket. Dollarway's going to come to the line of scrimmage. They're showing that I formation like they have most of the night. They're going to hand it off one more time, but is met and is finally, no, he's still on his feet, but finally brought down after a gain of about 2. So that's going to still set him up with 3rd down. Got to be tough here. As Dollarway, you know they're going to go for it on 4th down, so virtually you got 2 more plays that you got to hold strong. 6 minutes, as this time clock is very, very precious right now. Every second matters if you're Jesseville. Dollarway is coming to the line. They're using every bit of this play clock as it's within 4, 3, 2, 1. They get it off right at 1 second. And he's still on his feet, and they're not going to be able to bring him down until he crosses the sticks. That's going to move the 1st down, and that's what you can't have right there if you're Jesseville. You cannot allow them to move the sticks and pick up a 1st down. And, you know, that right now this clock is not in Jesseville's favor. .5:20 left to play. Jesseville still down big here, 42-19. Play clock inside 5. They're going to snap it at 1. They're going to roll out, and he slips and is hit at the line of scrimmage. Man, not sure what happened there on the sidelines, but Benson and another guy go to the sidelines there. Still talking, it looks like. So right now you just got to kind of keep your head in it, not get any stupid personal foul penalties right now just because you're losing and just because you're, you know, done with this ball game pretty much. Got to keep your head in it, keep your patience on you. Clock still rolling, 4:20 now left to play. He's going to hand it off once again. Running back trying to dive, it looks like, or jump his way across the line of scrimmage, and he did it after he picked up about 2 or 3 more once he did it. 4 minutes. So Jesseville, you know, as it looks like this is going to, you know, come down to an end here for Jesseville as they have picked up their most wins so far since 2006. They've had a great year so far, you know. Right now, as their season's going to come, it looks like, unfortunately, come to an end here at home during the playoffs. They've had an 8-2 season until tonight, so definitely something to be proud about. You know, that's something to brag about. You know, just because you lose here in the playoffs, you got to say that you made it to it. You know, right there as you see Dollarway picking up another first down across the sidelines. But you know, as I was saying, Jesseville's done a good job of making it to playoffs. It's not something that every team gets an opportunity to do. You know, only the better teams get there, and Jesseville was clearly one of those better teams, but unable really to get it done here tonight at a home playoff game. Dollarway just came to play, and that first half made a difference. You know, Dollarway came to play, really made several defensive stops, and once they got the ball back in their hands, they put points on the board. And as a football team, that's what you got to do. You know, you got to be able to score on offense, and you got to be able to turn the ball over on defense. And, you know, if you can do those two things right there, you're going to win the football game. And we saw Dollarway do it tonight, and that's exactly what they have done. So, and because of it, they're on top 42-19, and the clock's still rolling. It's going to bring us right at about that 2-minute mark. But there is a penalty marker on the field, so that's going to back Dollarway up quite a few yards. And now re-spotting the ball. Not sure what's going on. But either way, clock is – they finally stop it, though. They just stopped it at 2:06 for some reason. They let that – the whole time they were moving that football there, the official was that clock was rolling until just now.
Stops for penalties or if it stops when the official may – I don't know.
Well, if it stops –
maybe when they move the ball.
Well, if it stops for penalties or if it stops when they move the ball, they should owe Jesseville 30 seconds because – they didn't stop it. So there's the signal. 2 minutes left to play in this ball game. 1st and 10, Dollarway, ball on the 30-yard line. They're going to hand it off once again. Tries to get to the sidelines. Good tackle there by B.J. Holloway as he met him in the line really in the backfield and brought that runner down on the play. So there's maybe going to be 2, maybe 3 plays left in this football game. It's going to unfortunately end the season here for Jesseville. They're going to go 8-3 on the season. So not a horrible season. Great year for Jesseville. You know, you never want to lose the first round of the playoffs. Last year that I played football, you know, that was when we made it was the last year actually we made it to playoffs before this year, and we unfortunately got beat at Earl, and you know that was a tough loss, and it was a first-round game, and you know the score was a little bit closer than this one, but you know same outcome, and you never want to lose first round. You know you work so hard to get there, and you want to finish it off, at least trying to show something, but you know right now just go to the drawing board, do everything you can in the weight room. You know this is a young football team. These guys that are making impacts are young guys, you know. Yeah, a lot of these guys have got games. They're basketball guys also. So, you know, these basketball coaches are waiting for this season to get over with so they can get their basketball guys on the court. And so right out of football they go and into basketball. So, but, you know, guys like Carson Hare, we're going to see them next year. You know, guys like, you know, Matthew Huff, we're going to see him next year. You know, some of these linemen, we're going to see them next year. So, really, for those guys, get in the weight room, make an impact right there as you see that this ball is going to come to a knee, and that game's going to come to an end, and Jesseville is going to fall short here in the first round of the playoffs as they're going to lose the Dollarway here 42-19. And a great job by Dollarway coming out, able to get it done. And as they are going to move on to the second round, not sure yet how the games are going around the state, so not sure exactly who they're going to be facing next week. But either way, good job by them here tonight, and a good job by Jesseville either way. That's exactly what you want to see. You know, Jesseville never gave up. They played with everything that they've got. They came out here and really made some adjustments after half and did what they had to do. So great game. Good job, Jesseville Lions, and we'll see y'all again next year, and hopefully – you know, we'll pull off another playoff. We'll pull off a playoff game and have a little bit better result and a little bit longer of a season than this year. But for me, Colton Hooper, I'm done here tonight. I'm done for this season. And Jordan Graves, you know, is there anything you got?
And just this game, you just got to look at it as an experience. A lot of people see it as a loss, but it's good for this team, being young to get this experience. That way, if they come back, they know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an accomplished season. This is the furthest that Jesseville's made it in a long time. So, don't go into it with your heads down. Go into it with like, hey, we made it to the playoffs. Let's go make it further in the playoffs next year. You got to go into the offseason with full tilt and, ready to go. So that's going to be it for Jesseville here tonight. They're going to fall short at home, but good job, Jesseville, and everybody drive safe. Have a great night.